Happening this hour across the pond, Princess Charlotte, the 2-month-old daughter of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, will be christened in St. Mary Magdalene Church in Norfolk. The family's choice to have the christening at the same countryside church where Princess Diana was baptized is considered a tribute to Prince William's late mother. Many well-wishers have gathered outside the church to celebrate the newest member of the royal family and to see the entire family appear together for the first time since Charlotte's birth. Joining us now, all things royal, NBC News correspondent Kelly Colbier. That's what you got to wear. That's a hat you got to wear today, Kelly. Big event happening, huh?
I forgot my hat. I forgot my hat. What was I thinking? Hey, Richard, you know, we haven't seen the pictures yet, but we are getting a description of what's happening at Sandringham. First of all, the christening has begun. The family has entered the chapel. We understand that George walked in with Prince William. He was wearing red shorts, we understand, walked hand in hand with his father. There you see some of the pictures right now. That's, of course, Camilla and Prince Charles entering the chapel. Kate entered, walked along this walkway pushing a baby stroller with Charlotte inside, and then we understand picked her up out of the stroller and took her into the chapel. So just now getting these lovely pictures. The ceremony itself is private. It'll last about 45 minutes. We know some of the details involved. Charlotte will be christened in this royal font, which is where it's a very large silver bowl, which is always used for royal christenings, and that is where the holy water from the River Jordan will be held. That's used for the christening, and of course, and there we see the pictures everybody has been waiting for, the pictures of Kate pushing baby Charlotte, and of course, George and William walking alongside. So some very traditional elements involved in this christening, and then after about 45 minutes, the family will come out once again, and fans will get to see them a second time. Richard.
We always want to be inside to see what's going on in there. I guess we'll have to read the tabloids or get the reports later on about what actually did happen in there. Thank you so much, NBC's Kelly Colbier in London, joining us right now to discuss the christening, the royal family, and Charlotte, that we saw just walking right in there, is NBC royal contributor Camilla Tominey, also in London, amongst all that fanfare. So, Camilla, can you give us a sense of what's happening inside? And I know that Kelly was giving us some detail. Anything more?
Well, Richard, it's a very low-key ceremony involving only 22 guests, would you believe? So nothing grand, nothing too fancy, very understated. We're talking about immediate family here. So some of the royals that had been tipped to be godparents, Princess Beatrice and Eugenie, they're not even there. Prince Harry isn't even there. He's over in Africa undertaking conservation projects. And what we're going to have is a standard christening fare. So we're going to have some readings, some hymns, and of course this magical moment by the font that Kelly's described, this gilded sterling silver font that's been used, would you believe, for every royal baby since Queen Victoria's eldest child. And indeed, the baby herself, little Charlotte's going to be dressed in this replica onyx-ton laced gown that was once used for this child, 174 years ago. It's a replica now, Richard, because the original garment is too delicate to use. So the Queen's dressmaker made a new one for recent royal babies. So we're going to have a very Christian ceremony, as would be expected, officiated by the Archbishop of Canterbury. And then they're all going to retire to Sandringham House. That's the Queen's Norfolk residence where the royals spend Christmas every year, for what we call high tea, Richard. So it's a quintessentially British affair. Think a few crustless cucumber sandwiches, a few pieces of cake, and of course some Fortnum and Mason tea to wash it all down.
Oh, you're making me hungry, though, even though it may not be much, is what you're saying. The godparents, the choices that they had, and
yes,
the choice they made. Interesting.
Amazingly surprising, actually. So all of the bookmakers here were taking bets on Prince Harry being in there, Pippa Middleton, indeed some of the cousins, Peter Phillips. Actually, I think the couple have decided we don't need these people to be godparents because they're going to have a very important role in Charlotte's life as she grows up anyway. Prince Harry, for instance, is always going to be the favourite uncle and is going to be kind of there anyway on the doorstep to help out. But equally, I think looking at how they have chosen, they've chosen very close friends.
Right.
And you have to remember, Richard, that this couple have been surrounded by this so-called circle of trust for years. So Tom Van Straubenzee, very close to William. They went to prep school together. So they've known each other since they were knee-high to a grasshopper. Equally, James Mead, another close friend. Sophie Carter, extremely close to Kate and a big support to her. And then we've got Laura Fellows in there. That's, of course, Princess Diana's niece, so a nod to her. And the Middleton family, represented by Adam Middleton, who is a close cousin to Kate. And they're of the same age. They know each other well. So it's a very tight-knit group.
No doubt, and many of them. Camilla Tomney in London, thank you so much. 4:40 local time, and the christening ongoing right now. Thank you so much.